Welcome back, everyone, to the Daily Aid. It's actually already here, I should say. There is a brand new exhibit over at Air Zoo down in Kalamazoo that you are not going to want to miss. It is the perfect way to spend some time with the whole family, getting some exercise in as well, and trying out some extreme sports, something that most people probably don't get the chance to do very often. Troy Thrash, the president and CEO of Air Zoo, was kind enough to join me earlier to talk all about the new exhibit, and you're not going to believe what is in store when you head on out to Air Zoo. Troy, thank you so much for joining us today. It is great to see you again, my friend. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It is a delight. It is an energetic summer, and I can't wait to talk about it.
Absolutely. And it's only going to get more energetic with the brand new exhibit that you guys have now unveiled over at Air Zoo. It's called Extreme Sports Beyond Human Limits. How exciting is it, just in general, having a new exhibit that really is the perfect accompaniment to summer?
It truly is. Well, I was so excited when I found out from Science North that it would be available and it could come to the Air Zoo. And since then, we've been dreaming about the day that it could open up. And indeed, it is open now. Such an exciting exhibit, especially over the summer where young people are just always looking for opportunities to run, to climb, to play. And this is the perfect complement to everything that they are doing outside.
And it is available now for people to check out over at Air Zoo now through October 31st. So plenty of time, even into the fall, to really experience everything that this exhibit has to offer. So let's talk a little bit about it, Troy, if you don't mind. Tell us a little bit more about what people can expect when they show up to Air Zoo and actually check out this exhibit. I mean, what is the exhibit's overall goal behind it? What is it trying to showcase to guests?
So, extreme sports is really designed to show people of all ages, especially young people, just all about the physical and mental strength and fortitude it takes to do some of those incredible sports that you unfortunately don't get to see too much on television, but they really are extreme. When you talk about people flying in wingsuits, people biking across the country, all sorts of really cool climbing, the parkour, and things like that. And what it takes to do that, the amount of physical training, the amount of mental training, the grit, the determination that it takes to do that. And what is so cool about this exhibit is that all of those sports are featured in a very hands-on way. So young people, there are climbing walls to climb. There is an actual parkour course. You can actually lay down and be part of like you're wearing a wingsuit, a simulation that you're actually flying. So really amazing exhibits. But what this does, especially in terms of how the Air Zoo loves to educate and inspire our guests of all ages, it really brings out the STEAM aspects of these sports, the science, the technology, the engineering, the art, and the math. And so it really is incredible. And thinking about, as especially with young people thinking about what they want to do in the future, that whole idea of grit and determination plays well into everything they do. And they have a chance to practice that all throughout the Air Zoo this summer into late October.
Absolutely. And that kind of leads into the next question I have for you, Troy, is that obviously kind of at Air Zoo, if people have been down there, they notice all the fun things you guys have planned. But then again, you guys do a good job of kind of tying it in and bringing out some educational resources as well. Why was this? I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but why was this sort of a perfect match? Again, bringing in a lot of fun activities and something to do during the summer months, but then also, again, bringing in that STEAM element to it as well and providing some educational resources.
No doubt. Well, the Air Zoo is part Air and Space Museum with over 100 aircraft and spacecraft. We are part indoor aviation themed amusement park with rides and flight simulators. And we are also part hands-on science center. And so we're always looking for opportunities to bring the science, the technology, the engineering of our aircraft and spacecraft to life in a very different way. And extreme sports is really the perfect match for that when we think about all of these hands-on activities and we can connect them to our aircraft and spacecraft. When you talk about physical strength and grit and determination and mental fortitude, we think about the young pilots from World War II flying over Europe and in the South Pacific and what that training took to get there. One of our founders, Sue Parrish, was a Women's Air Force service pilot in World War II. The training that it took her, that extreme training in order to become that female pilot. We think about our astronauts as well and that sort of training. And even with our SR-71 Blackbird, the idea of flying at 80,000 feet for 12 hours or more, that takes some incredible grit. And this is an opportunity for people of all ages to experience that themselves, to truly understand what it takes to push forward no matter what, from the physical, even mental and emotional roadblocks that get in the way. So it really is, it's a perfect tie to everything that the Air Zoo is about in terms of education and inspiration.
And we just saw a couple of photos from the exhibit already and seeing just how much fun people are already having with the different tests that they can take part in, or just really the overall exhibit and the things that they can check out. What has been sort of the initial response to opening up this exhibit over at Air Zoo?
Oh, it's been fantastic. When families walk through our iconic cloud tunnel, and of course they see our main exhibit hall with the aircraft and spacecraft, but also right in front of them and winding through our main exhibit hall is this extreme sports exhibit. And young people especially running right over to whether they want to walk the high wire and test their balance on a log, or go do some wing flying, or even get in a simulation where you're actually riding a bike up and down these incredible mountains out west. Kids, adults, they are running to it and they are not leaving. They are having so much fun. And it has been such a pleasure just for our team to be able to watch that enjoyment, watch that learning that is happening even bigger than before at the Air Zoo.
Have you gotten the chance to try any of them out yet? Have you gotten to partake in any of the different tests, maybe test them out for yourself?
I have, it
Yeah.
took me a while. Well, at first, I mean, I'm very lucky that I get to also be here at the Air Zoo
Right.
when everyone leaves and all the lights go off. So that's when I initially tested some of the parkour and climbing things as well, because, I didn't need everybody watching me fall all over the place, but I got a little bit better. And so, yes, now I love to do it. As I'm walking through the exhibit hall and I see some young people, I'd love to go up to them and just tell them who I am and show them that, even I can do this. And it is just so much fun in the process.
I guess that's even more reason for people to maybe make more than one trip out to Air Zoo and get a little bit more practice in all these different activities. Troy, again, we really do appreciate you stopping by. And again, we're taking another look at some of the exhibit elements that people can find over at Air Zoo. Again, we do have more information over on our website, woodtv.com, for everybody watching right now. But Troy, I'm going to let you have the final word now and let you make your final pitch out to people. For anybody that's watching this, what would you tell them to make sure that they do show up to Air Zoo now through October 31st and check out the Extreme Sports exhibit?
Well, yes, Extreme Sports has been open for just a few weeks, but what we have seen and heard from our guests, especially in saying we got to go and we got to tell our friends, we got to tell more family, we've got to bring more people here to be able to experience extreme sports on a very limited time, but then thinking more globally about everything that the Air Zoo is about, with our theater and our rides and our aircraft and our spacecraft and our restoration center, one of a kind in the world, so many things. There is never a better time to come to the Air Zoo than this summer, and in fact through October. And I'm happy to say that we are about to start a brand new restoration project as well, a PBY Catalina from World War II that is going to even explode even more our learning and education. But yes, let's make it all start with extreme sports here at the Air Zoo until the end of October. We would love to see you, and I hope I'm hanging out on the exhibit floor, maybe doing some fun balancing and log walking with you.
All right, awesome stuff. Well, Troy, so good to see you again. Thank you so much for stopping by today.
Great to see you. Thank you. It is an honor to be with you today.
Always appreciate the time from Troy there. As a reminder to everybody, we've got more information on that new exhibit right now over on our website, woodtv.com. It should be a fun time if you do head on out there. It looks pretty incredible from this side of the desk.